The future to come in 20 to 30 years. Can it be predicted in the times of global uncertainty? How to map out the contours of the future so that they are more clear and bright. And what can be done by those who are today called the next generation?
Scene studies about life and theater. When I stage a play, I never try to surprise anyone. Like, I will be a brilliant director. I am a genius. I will surprise. For me, the most important task is to tell an honest story. That's it. Alibek Omirbekuly is a graduate of the Zhurgenov Academy of Arts. He studied at a special course with the master, Natasha Doubs. Alibek is an actor, director, curator of the student theater named MASA. He worked at the German Drama Theater. For his directing, he received prizes at theater festivals in Kazakhstan and Russia. I have never been an excellent student in terms of, like, doing everything properly, coming on time. I probably belong to a group of hooligans, people who always disagree with something. They do something all the time. Children practice orthography at school, and since then, I have always had a problem with this, because when everyone wrote the letter C, they wrote it and drew it, but my C never ended like this. I had conflicts with the guys. Everyone always didn't understand me. Because at that moment, if we were shooting this program, maybe I would cry. And I would say, yes, I was caught on the corner, beaten, and said, well, you do not agree with this. Why do you do this? School for me is probably becoming a person. It is like that, because at school, I realize what kind of person I am. I have completed 11 classes. My dream was either to go to a military school, to be a military, or to be a doctor. But it so happened that due to certain circumstances, probably, first of all, financial ones, I decided that I must study where I could provide for myself. And by chance, a friend called me and said that there was a college in Kazakhstan where I could study to become a director. I immediately went to the exam. At the exam, I was immediately taken to the second year. In the second year, I created my own theater without knowing all the canons of the theater, foundations, schools, receptions, knowing nothing. And I created my first performance in general by writing my play, because at that time, I was not familiar with such great playwrights as Chekhov, Ostrovsky, Brecht, music, yes, music of course. My father was a composer, and we always had music at home. My brother, by the way, my younger brother, now studies for an opera singer. When I studied at college, the German theater had a tour. They came to our theater.
Я сказал, вот что такое театр.
By chance, I got to one of the performances. I said, that's what theater is. And all that I did, created, turned out not to differ critically. That is, my sensations, some of smells, invisible threads that I felt, they were accurate. I said, I want to be with you. They told me that they, at Zhurgenov National Academy of Arts, they were enrolling a course, the German course, which was enrolled once in 4 to 5 years.
Немецкий курс, который набирается в 4-5 лет один раз. Я пришел в немецкий театр
I came to German theater 4 years ago. I was just in the first year. I entered Zhurgenov Academy for the first year. Since then, for me, the German theater is a place where I want to be. This is very important for any artist.
Очень важно для любого художника.
I do not want to say that this is my home. Home is still a very family thing. But the theater also has such a function, such a format of a family. But I feel myself there. This is how I can answer. I feel like I'm not a stranger here.
Вот так я могу ответить. Я чувствую себя, что я здесь свой.
Как-то, знаешь, типа закрепил. Типа галочку поставил, типа ага.
Он имеет
It has the aesthetics of Europe, but it is not a European theater. I realized this on the Euro tour, in Paris especially. When we staged the play Karagoz by Mukhtar Awezov, it was directed by German director Florian Bilbao and Natasha Doubs. And according to the viewer and the general atmosphere as it was perceived, I realized that this is still a Kazakh theater. That is, the German theater is saturated with Kazakhstan. We were able to convey the tragedy of Mukhtar Awezov Karagoz in the language of Europeans, and we were understood. It was very important to me.
художественный руководитель театра Наташа Дубс, она не поставит тебе, типа...
The artistic director of the theater, Natasha Doubs, will never say, do just like that. She puts on her performance the way she knows and feels. But any director can come, offer his own project, and set it up just like that. My first festival was at the Academy. There, we have a Theater Olympiad festival, where each course, each workshop exhibits its work. I showed my first job, and I took the second place there. Then came the second festival, which I took more seriously, Almaty Chamber Theater Festival, based on Razumovskaya, Dear Yelena Sergeyevna. This performance was titled 2 by 2. This has been an urgent topic since the days of the Soviet Union.
Дважды два спектакль назывался. Это вот актуальная тема была еще во времена Советского Союза. Текстом ничего я не делал.
I did nothing with the text. The text remained original, but the emphasis was shifted a little. It was the most valuable thing for me in the performance, when the performance ended and the audience simply did not get up from the chairs. And they were sitting in the auditorium and just breathe, and there was silence. And for 2, 3, 5 minutes, they sat in silence. With this performance, we participated in the Chamber Festival. We took 3 nominations, Grand Prix, I took Prize for the Best Directing, and Irina Abdulmanova for the Best Female Role.
Лучшую женскую роль.
My first trip to Moscow was the Shukin Theater School. They organized an event to the 100th anniversary of Lyubimov. There was one theme for everyone. This is Bertolt Brecht, a good man from Sichuan.
Добрый человек. Это я.
Я сделал не отрывок, а сделал...
I did not make a fragment, but the full play. A small, mini performance, but complete. There were a minimum of words. It was created in the genre of physical theater. This is body language, when actors speak with their body. It was an international festival. As far as I remember, about 7 countries participated. There was a lot of fuss. I brought just Kazakh guys with me who studied for actors. We said, the delegation from Kazakhstan have arrived. Everyone turned to us and turned away. It was such an ignore, because they said, well, the Kazakhs, we see, they always suffer. They tear hair on their heads, they scream, etc. Well, this is their theater. I said, what's up? You should do your job, turn on the lights, and we rehearsed our performance. When this conflict happened, people decided to check what was the matter. Literally, in one rehearsal, we became a brand. That was a victory for us. Well, as for winning the festival, we did not manage to take the first place. There was a special prize for directing only.
Спецприз за режиссуру только, то есть, но победить его как, типа, взять гран-при не получилось.
The second time we went to Moscow to Gitis, after we staged a performance in Gitis with the 3-penny opera and Man Kurtz by Chingiz Aitmatov, the guys, not the jury, said to me, Alibek, come to us. There are cool masters who will take you, and they will make you a professional. Yevgeny Borisovich Kamenkovich, and Krymov. Krymov is the son of the great Anatoly Yefros, and Kamenkovich is a student of Yefros. He is now the artistic director of the workshop of Peter Formenko. And he said, "I will be pleased if you come to me. I am enrolling a course." At that moment, I said, "Sorry, I will think. I don't know how my fate will turn out, because I want to study cinema at the New York Film Academy."
Вы знаете, что в театре Москвы билеты очень дорогие.
You know that tickets to theaters in Moscow are very expensive. It is really very expensive. And for students, he gave us entrance tickets. It was just the premiere of the plays by Shakespeare. He staged King Lear. After I watched the work, I said, "I will come to you to enroll." There were about 3,000 applicants for 6 directorial and 12 acting places.
И поехал туда поступать. Меня пригласил он сразу на конец 3-го тура. Но все равно о том, что 100% гарантии, что я поступлю, не было. Но в итоге все сложилось.
He told me a very strange thing. "Why did you come to Moscow at all? You can be the first in Kazakhstan." I said, "And what prevents me from being the first in Moscow?" He laughed. "Ha, okay, let's see, let's see."
Ну ладно, посмотрим, посмотрим.
Что тебе нужно? Вина, сыра? Что? Долю? Нет. Долю? Нет!
Может устоять перед такими чарами.
Если мы возьмем даже вообще в Москву, Россию, там...
If we take Moscow, Russia in general, the teachers there are acting, leading directors, not only in Russia, but also in the world. They teach at GITIS. For example, they take students. It has long been practiced since the time of Tabakov. Tabakov was asked, "Why are all your students brilliant, all famous?" Tabakov calmly replied, "I educate students for myself so that they perform with me, and they must match my level in order to perform with me on stage. If our academy practices such a thing, the masters educate students for themselves, for their theater, then the result will appear."
Будет практиковать такую вещь, как мастера будут воспитывать студентов для себя и для своего театра. Вот тогда появится результат. Важные критерии в театре. Первое.
The important criteria in the theater are: the first one is love, the second one is a huge desire to be, and of course, discipline. I can rehearse 24 hours a day, and this is not a problem for me.
Типа теперь Баука писал. Баука и сильные его стороны.
Я создал при академии.
I founded the MASA theater at the academy, and everyone thinks, what does MASA mean in English? Akhmet Baytursinov has a work titled MASA. I definitely will not quote, but the idea is that I want to wake the Kazakh people like a mosquito. That is, the name of the theater is taken from there.
Я как комар хочу разбудить казахский народ, да? То есть отсюда взято и название театра.
I just want every adult to understand. It is common sense that when a new generation comes, you must either keep up with this generation or give away.
Когда придет новое поколение, нужно либо идти в ногу с этим поколением, либо подвинуться. Я обожаю Абая. Кстати, на...
I adore Abai. By the way, at the entrance exam of GITIS, I read Abai, Book of Words. I read his word 9. I myself am Kazakh. Do I love Kazakhs or do not love? If I love, I would approve of their morals, find at least some smallness in their behavior to bring me joy or comfort. And if I didn't love, I would not talk to them, consult, enter into their circle, be interested in their affairs, asking what they were doing, what was happening. This is Abai.
Я хочу говорить про это.
I talk so much about Kazakhstan because I live and empathize. Now I'm going to leave for Moscow to study and work there, but in any case, I will return to Kazakhstan sooner or later. Alibek Omirbekuly currently studies at GITIS in Moscow. His advisor is a teacher of Peter Fomenko's workshop, professor and acting director, Yevgeny Kamenkovich. Alibek's plans are to combine theater and film directing. He dreams to talk from the stage and from the screen about everything that worries the most sophisticated viewer and makes him think.